3, 2, 1.
Oh my God, we're live. Hi, and welcome to Games, Brains, and Spinning Our Wheels, the show where we talk about games. Over to you, Eli.
On today's episode, we're going to be talking about 2018's Everdell Collector's Edition, one of our favorite games, and a true classic. It comes in an 11.5-inch square box. We didn't measure, 3 inches deep or so. It comes with a 22-page booklet, which we'll show you, and a bunch of workers and
Resources
and cards. Back to you, Prem.
Thank you so much, Eli. As he mentioned, this is the collector's edition, and we bought this from our local game store. Now we're going to head into what's in the box.
Yeah, I think we have to end this skit. Would you like to do the honors?
Me?
Let's do it again.
Okay, that sounds great.
Here's our box artwork. Very beautiful by James A. Wilson.
Okay, so first I think we should talk about the tree. So you'll see that it comes with this tree, and there are instructions on how to put it together. It's pretty simple though. And at first, the first couple times we played it, we thought we might not be able to play with the tree, but it does hold a lot of stuff. So I do kind of feel like it's necessary. So if you follow the instructions, it goes like this on top of this with all the supports. So we're going to put that together now.
Because you know they offer a wooden tree option for upgrade.
Yeah, I do think this one is like cardboard, and so you do kind of have to be a little gentle with it, especially if you play this game a lot like we do, because it does get a little bit of wear and tear.
It does, yeah. Just the corner of those vertical supports really kind of catch sometimes.
And then it's like kind of, it doesn't really snap into place, but it settles into place. So after you put this first layer on, then you can put this one also just kind of settles into place. And so now that's the tree.
I mean, the positives are it's a nice place to put your cards. It does put all of your game pieces in front of you, which is nice. It's a little hard for the 4-player to reach sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really see on the way they have it set up for you. So
yeah.
But besides that, I think it's great. I think it's a cool little...
It's a nice addition.
It's a nice addition.
It helps immerse you in the world.
Is that in the regular edition?
Yes, this is regular edition.
I think we should wait on the board because I forgot to move some things. Let's skip to the instructions.
Okay.
Okay. Here are the 22-page to be live. Don't be the 22 pages. It's a pretty it's not the simplest game to learn, but it's a pretty simple game. I think it took us about 2 goes learning from the book, and then we had it. A little confusing at first, but once you get it, you get it.
Yeah, I will say too with the rule book, it's like 14 pages of rules, and then there's a lot of pages of descriptions of the cards, which we did not realize the first couple times we played, and would have been really helpful for us to understand better what the card was saying.
It does. It has a breakdown of each card. It also, I mean, if you really boil it down, you really only need about 3 pages of this to learn the game.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more the first time just to kind of get the characters and understand what's happening. But overall, pretty straightforward one to learn.
Yeah.
So that's the rule book. And then there's an add-in 4-page with the expansion, which kind of tells you what cards it comes with, what extra cards it comes with, and some of the extra rules. It doesn't really change the rules too much. I think the solo is a little different, but for the most part, it's the exact same game. It's just got a couple extra cards to do specialized things. Also, cute artwork.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
That's a bird in goggles. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was the thing that really drew us to this game was the
bird in goggle.
The cute artwork.
Yeah, the cute artwork. It was. Yeah, we were looking for something not too serious that we could like play relaxed and like with family. And
I do think too that the cute artwork drew in some of our family members that might not have otherwise played it because they're like, it's so cute, I want to play.
Yeah, I do think so. Yeah. Welcome back. We stopped for milkshake.
What are we doing?
We are going to unbox and set up the board just to show you how it's done. Okay, where do you want to start?
I think we should do resources first because they are fun.
Okay. I'll give you 2 bags and I'll take 2 bags. What's your favorite resource?
In-game, pebbles.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Looks-wise, berries.
Yeah, I think squish-wise berries.
Yeah.
Berries got a little squish.
Yeah.
So there's twigs, which go, I guess they're just, we have little resource holders we use, but since they didn't come in the box, we're not going to show them right now. They just sort of go in this little pile.
Yeah, the board kind of shows.
Flow down the river.
Yeah, it has them in the river.
Yeah. So you can kind of put them anywhere around here. You just don't want to block these mainly.
And then next is resin, which you can kind of see there's a couple on the board to match that. Okay, put the resin.
I like the resin.
Oh.
Shiny.
They are shiny.
And then next is pebbles, the hottest commodity in the game. You can get a pebble, because they're hard to come by. There's literally 20, and we play 4-player a lot. And I don't know how the designers figured this out, but we have never once run out of pebbles, even with 4 players that are pretty proficient at the game.
So next is berries, and they go on these berry bushes over here.
Yeah, they did a really good job with like the color palette. Like they're very like poppy, and I don't know, like they feel good.
Yeah, I agree. The aesthetics of this game really drew us in. And
you want to do events? Okay.
Yeah. So there are 4 event cardboard things, and it's not super obvious which one goes with which one. The instruction book does show, but they do kind of go together. So the blue city monument goes with the blue city monument.
I just wanted to add too that the tree is normally here, and we will place it at some point, but right now it's kind of in the way.
Yeah, we don't want to block the view.
Yeah.
So next is the Grand Tour, and it has some red on it, and so it goes in the water. Next is the Harvest Festival, and so this is the little circus tent, I'm going to call it, and it's green, and so it goes there. And then the last is the Cartographer's Expedition, and this one has some browns in it, and it goes here.
It's nice because that one also matches the path. I like how they did that. A lot of the play stuff like matches the board.
Yeah, like we have some of the expansions that add things onto this board, and they do a good job of like overlapping. So you know where it goes, and it makes it a really pretty scene at the end. I guess it doesn't really matter. You could put them wherever.
No, I don't think it matters.
Well, these are worth 3.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it really wouldn't change the game. Yeah.
No, it wouldn't.
Okay, what's next? Should we do coins? We don't really have a place for coins. We typically just do a little container up here for coins, but here you want to do the 3s. So, and I think we mentioned these are the special edition version with metal coins, which are really nice. They're nice and heavy. They're not themed for the game is the only thing I would say.
So those are the 1s, and then these are the 3s.
Nice.
These are the standard edition, which are 1s and 3s, and they're cardboard, and they look like coins. But yeah we're suckers for metal coins.
Yeah. Okay, what do you want? Should we do...
Yeah, that.
Let's do these. So these are the occupied. These are the occupied tokens, which we'll explain in our how to play. But
and this is like double the amount that you typically get because half of these are from the standard edition and half of them are from the collector's edition.
The collector's editions are just a little heavier, a little like thicker. So where do we put these? We usually just have them off to the side. Yeah. If you didn't play with these, I don't think it would make too big a difference.
Well,
you have to remember some stuff not to play with them, but
yeah.
But it doesn't make. I mean, it's a part of the game, but
yeah, some people that we play with like consistently forget to use them, and so I think we've just kind of gotten in the habit of like keeping up with it in the game. But I like to use them. I always use them because it keeps me accountable. Meeples.
Okay, take that way. So there's 4 standard meeples, right? And then the special edition comes with rats, but you have the option of mice
hedgehogs,
Squirrels.
turtles, rats.
Rats.
How'd you go so fast?
Quick.
These 4 come in the base game.
Yeah, these and these.
Yeah, and then the rats come with the
Collector's edition. Are these rugworts?
I think they're supposed to be, yeah. So to set up the game, what you do is you have 6 meeples each. I'm going to move the tree in so people can see it more.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 1 meeple each and you put it on the left side of the tree. 1 meeple each and put it in the middle of the tree.
Girl.
And then 2 meeples each and put it on the right side of the tree.
Yeah. This will make sense when we do how to play it. Yeah,
and so you do that for each person. So if you have 4 people playing it, it does get a little congested up there.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll like put them behind or something.
Yeah. When we play though, we stand them up, obviously. But for camera, I think it'll help to show them this way. Why don't we do forest locations next?
So there are 2 types of locations that you can visit to get resources. The first are the basic locations, which are along the top here. And then the forest locations go in these 4 spots on the side.
Mm-hmm.
You have cards for those that you draw, so the game is kind of different each time.
Yeah, so there's a lot of variations, and you can have games where you're like, hell yeah, and games where you're like, oh no. You'll
see that there's a 4 in the corner above the second paw. So that 4 means that you can only access the second spot if you have 4 people.
Mm-hmm. Anytime you see one of these footprints with a circle around it, it means you can send one of your workers there. And if it has an open footprint, that means more than one worker can be there from either yours or your other players.
Mm-hmm. What you do at the beginning of the game to set up the board is you just take all of these cards and you shuffle them up and you pick 4.
At random. All right, you want to put those in place?
Yep. And then you just put them in place.
Good one. Good one. Up next are the special events. So these special events, these are regular events. These are harder to get.
And worth more points.
Worth more points. And we'll talk about it when we do a strategies video, but some of these take thinking about it from the very beginning to really do, which is hard. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of them. I'm not going to show every single one because there's a ton, but so again, you draw 4 per game. And the nice part about this is like sometimes we play 3 games in a row with our family, and it changes up the dynamic a lot to have different special locations and special events. It like changes your strategy a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, what did we get?
So then once you draw them, then we like to, before we start the game, we kind of pass them around.
Yeah.
So that everyone can read them.
Yeah, that is one thing on Everdell. If the designers are ever watching, some people have a hard time reading the cards. They're small. We did get our family the big cards, which did help, but like the regular cards, if you're all around a table and far away, like some of these are hard to read.
Yeah, and I think too, the special events kind of have the mechanism of like a secret mission. Mm-hmm. And so you kind of don't want to tell people if you're trying to go for one.
Yeah.
So then having to be like, can you pass me that card so I can read it?
Staring at the tree over and over. Yeah, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, it makes for like you have to kind of like socially be like, oh, I want to look at all of them. You know, if you want to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
So we have stands that we put up, but we don't have those because we're just wanting to show what's in the box. Mm-hmm. So we're just gonna like lay them out on the tree so you can see them. Which
is actually how they want you to play it. That's how they set it up in the original.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, like
it's just really hard to see then.
Yeah, like if you're across the table from that, like you cannot see that. Which I get why they wanted to lay them down because you're supposed to land your worker on it, but it does make it difficult.
It does make it really difficult, yeah. And before we had our stands, we literally would just use like binder clips.
Yeah, binder clips work pretty well.
So you don't have to have something fancy to make it more accessible, that's for sure. So now we have the entire board set up ready to play.
Yeah.
The last thing to do is to put this tree in place. So I kind of feel like we should do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, because the cards are next and like they go in the tree, so we kind of need it to be there.
So then the tree goes over the stump on the board, which is quite nice. And now you can see the back of the tree.
Okay, so cards. Bear in mind that there's about 25 to 30 cards that aren't in the standard edition. It doesn't change the gameplay too much. It doesn't change how you play. It does give you a few more dynamics though.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, if you watch this and you don't have the collector's edition, you're still going to be fine. Like you'll still be able to get through it and it won't be that different.
Another really cute thing about this game that I thought I really enjoy, we don't really play with it that much, but it is cute, is that they have a card in here that the winner gets.
Mm-hmm.
So you can give this to the winner. This is the amount of cards that comes with the game. I think you had mentioned, I think there's like 180.
I think so. I'm not sure with the collector's edition if there's a few more than that, but
yeah, well in the collector's edition I think it comes with like 25 or something.
Yeah. And we have our legendaries here on top. You can see we used to use one of those cards to split it, which is nice.
Yeah, we did learn after the first time that we played it, we just mixed them all in.
Yeah, you kind of.
So you want to keep them separated because there's different rules for dealing them out at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, keep them separated.
Yeah, it's especially hard if somebody discards theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's all the legendaries. So these kind of act as additions with some extra powers, basically.
Yeah, and there's 5 critters and 5 construction. The legendaries, they are worth more, so they cost more. And then they're basically like upgrades of cards that come in the standard game. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they're worth it, sometimes they're not. Depends on if you can get the resources to buy them. But yeah, there's 5 critters and 5 construction. And they replace cards in your city, which will make sense if you watch the playthrough. Mm-hmm. But just kind of as a brief overview, you can see on the critters in the upper left corner, the red banner that says what they replace. And then on the construction in the bottom left corner, the red banner that they replace. Mm-hmm. So for example, Amelia Glissendew is a legendary critter. She replaces the queen. So when you have this card, she counts as the queen.
Yeah, so you can't have another queen.
Yeah, you can't play her and then play the queen after that.
Yeah, we'll get into it more. There's a little bit of times when you can.
Yeah.
Not with her.
Yeah, not with her.
We'll get into it.
Okay, so I'm going to move these over here just for now while we're doing this. Mm-hmm. And then we're just going to put them face up so you can see. Typically, you would keep your hand secret.
Yeah. And if you have the regular edition, just skip this next part we're doing. Yeah. You don't have these cards, but just as fun without them.
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, so we each are going to draw a legendary critter. So you do that for each person who's playing if you have the collector's edition.
Yeah, this is another way that it like...
switches up each time.
Yeah, it switches up each time. Because a lot of times what we do is if we get these 2 and she gets those 2, the next game we won't put those back in the mix. And that way we get fresh cards, which is kind of a nice way to play it.
Before we move on, I just realized since we're doing two-player, we laid out 4 of the forest locations just to show where they go. But if you're a 2-player, then you're only supposed to have 3 forest locations out. So I'm just going to remove one just to show how it's actually supposed to be set up.
We've been playing this 4-player a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes we play it two people each.
Yeah.
We haven't done that with this game quite as much, but a lot of games we'll just play, like Valheim, we play two people each.
Yeah.
So we're going to deal cards.
Everdell is interesting. So the number of cards that you get at the beginning depends on the order that you start in and how many people are playing. So it goes, player 1 gets 5 cards, player 2 gets 6 cards, player 3 gets 7 cards, player 4 gets 8 cards. So you have to decide who's going first. The rule book does say that whomever is the most humble goes first.
Or someone goes first. That changes sometimes in our household.
Yeah. Whoever claims that they're the most humble should not get it.
Should not get it. Yeah, exactly.
So we're setting up for a 2-player. Let's just go ahead and say that I'll go first this time.
Okay.
And
wow.
So I'm going to get 5 cards. He's going to get 6 cards.
Yeah.
This is our hand plus the 2 legendaries. According to the rules, you are never supposed to have more than 8 cards in your hand at one time with the base game. But if you have the collector's edition, then these 2 cards add 2 more slots to your hand as long as you have them.
Mm-hmm. Those legendaries do go into your hand. I'm just putting them separate.
Yeah, I know. I kind of did that too, yeah. Yeah, so the meadow is up for grabs for anyone to be able to play off of. And it is consistently replenished through gameplay. Once you've dealt out the meadow, then you can put the cards where they're going to sit for the rest of the game, which is going to be really hard for you to see.
Yeah, I'm going to put them out a little further than normal, but basically they go under the tree.
Yeah, I want to see. Yeah, so
you can kind of see there.
They typically get pushed back into the tree, but
yeah, we'll leave them out for this.
Yeah, so that's kind of where they sit.
So this is where you draw from, or you can play from here.
Or you can play from your cards in your hand.
Yeah, and then your discard is right here. So on the board, we're going to talk about, there's 2 more things to look at. Journey is here in the corner, and it's more of an end of a game thing. You can only do it in the autumn, which is the last round. But there's 4 spots. 3 of them are exclusive. Only one person can go there. The 2 is open to everybody. But basically, it's a way to get some points at the end of the game.
Yeah. And then the other one is the Haven. And this one has a open bottom. So as many people can go there as they want. And you can land here to discard cards and gain resources. So you can discard any number of cards from your hand. For every 2, you gain 1 resource of your choice. I will note, too, this little symbol means any resource of your choice. So
I think it's a little basket, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a basket with a twig, a berry, a resin, and a pebble in it.
I like that it's a little mouse Stonehenge.
Yeah, it's
or squirrel Stonehenge.
Yeah, squirrel Stonehenge. Yeah, and then a great thing, which we're not going to talk about in this video, is that Everdell has add-ons to this game. And they're really great because they slide into the sides. So
we are going to eventually cover all the add-ons. There are 5 main card types. They have a color code and symbols, which you'll kind of use throughout the game. There's production cards, which are these green little leaves. There's blue scrolls.
Governance?
Governance? That's what it's called?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Wow. There's red little footprints.
I don't know what that one's actually called.
I don't know what it's called, but it always symbolizes one you can land on.
Yeah.
There's the little vagabond bag. I don't know what those are called.
Traveler?
Yeah, I guess they're travelers. A lot of these are outside the city things. And then there's a little blue fan, which is
blue.
It's a little purple fan.
Special. I don't know what it's called, actually.
No, we do because we scored at the end. Prosperity.
Oh, prosperity, yeah.
So the purple is prosperity. It's definitely purple. So those are the main card types, which also apply to other places in the game. Okay, so those are 5 constructions, of one of each color. Next will be 5 critters, one of each color. And you'll see in the game, constructions cost building resources, so pebbles, twigs, and resin. I think exclusively the critters cost berries.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I also like that too, because in the game it's like the non-consumables constructions.
Yeah.
And then the consumable berries go with the critters.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice.
And then the other dynamic you'll see is there are unique constructions and critters, and there are common constructions and common critters, which will come into play later. So
the common versus unique distinction, you don't really have to think about in terms of gameplay unless you are trying to achieve an event or you are trying to hit some other sort of milestone. But as for putting them in your city, there's no mandate about what percentage have to be common or unique.
Right.
The only rule is that you can't have 2 unique critters of the same type. So for example, this crane is a unique construction. You cannot have 2 cranes in your city at the same time.
Yeah.
So each card in the upper left corner, you can find what they cost. As we've mentioned, the color and symbol is in the middle left side of the card and across the center of the card. What Eli mentioned about how many cards there are in the deck is actually found as notches in the tree root between the symbol and the title of the card. And then the point value for the end of the game is in the gold circle on the right side of the card. In the center, you will find if it is common or unique, a critter or construction, and then rules or a description about the card. If it is a construction card, you will see a symbol in the bottom right corner that says what critter you get for free when you play that construction in your city. If it is a critter card, you can see which construction it goes with in the upper left corner of the card.
So when you play a construction, in the bottom right, you'll see the title of a critter card, which means you get it for free if it's in your city. So say this was in my city and not on the meadow. You would be able to play the barge toad for free. And then once you did, you would put your little occupied token there to note that you can't get them for free again.
So that's why I was saying for accountability. So that way everyone else can see too which ones you still have available for free or not.
Sure. Okay. So we have our board set up and we dealt our cards. We're going to do a simple how to get started. If you want to watch a full how to play with strategies and a full gameplay playthrough, then look on our Patreon. So I'm going first. I was dealt.
No, I'm going first. I'm the most humble.
Okay, so Prim's going to go first. She's going to show us how you would think through your first turn.
All right, so it is currently in the game winter. So you start in winter. You start out with 2 meeples. And so your options for starting are to move your meeples to get resources either from the basic or forest locations, to buy cards with resources that you don't have because this is the beginning of the game. To put in your city, and so you're building a city, and that's about it. So winter feels weird because
the first time we played, winter lasted like 2 turns, and we thought this doesn't seem right.
No,
but it does. Winter can be long, but it tends to be short.
Yeah. So, for example, let's say we are starting the game. I have 2 meeples to start. I have no resources, and I don't have any cards in my city. And so I'm going to use a meeple to go get resources. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to land on it. And then when I land on it, I get whatever sign is next to it. So I get 3 twigs. And then you make just a little resource pile that you're going to use to buy stuff. And then that's the end of my turn. Everyone gets 1 action per turn.
So each turn, I want to make sure you know that this is your hand. It's very different from your city. On a small table like this, it's a little confusing, but we made this hand shaped so you can see it. So on each turn, you can either place a worker, play a card into your city, or change seasons. And season changes can happen different times for different players. So you decide when it happens and you do it. To
change seasons, you basically need to get rid of all your meeples. You don't have to do all available actions, but you do have to have all of your meeples, they call them workers, out in the field. So for example, you could have a card that's playable in your hand, but no meeples left, and still choose to go into the next season if you want. But you do need to have placed all your meeples somewhere.
Yeah. I do think it should be said too. You might hit a point where you have to change seasons. If you can't play a card, you don't have any workers to place, then you have to change seasons. You have to do something on your turn.
Yeah, you can't pass.
There's no passing. No passing in Everdell. So I think on my turn, I was going to look at a little bit and I think I'm going to try to play this barge toad in my city. That's going to be my initial strategy. So my goal would be to get 2 berries. So on our game, we dealt out this discard up to 3 cards and gain 1 resource for each. So I'm going to discard the Skirble Stadium, and we're doing a video on our Patreon that'll cover like strategies and how to do all of this, and I'll go into more reason why I'm doing this, but
yeah, and homebrews
because we do play some.
We play different.
So, but just to say now, like I'm going to discard 3 cards. Okay, I'm going to place my meeple and get the resources that I earned. 2 pebbles and a stone and 2 berries and a pebble, because you always want to get pebbles when you can.
Yeah. Okay, so he's performed an action. It's my turn again. So once again, my options are to place a meeple or play a card. I don't have a single card in my hand that I can play with 3 sticks. And there is not a single card on the board that I can play with 3 sticks. So I am going to use my meeple to go get some resin. So I place it and put them.
Nice. Okay, so on my turn, I'm going to spend my 2 berries.
You put them back in the main pile.
They go back in the pile. They like to roll around. And I'm going to play my barge toad into the city. And I'm going to make my city right here. And this is separate from the hand. So now this is my hand and this is my city.
And then you read, once you play the card into your city, then you read it and do whatever it says whenever it says to do it.
Yeah, so the barge toad says gain 2 twigs for each farm in your city. I don't have any farms in my city, obviously. So nothing happens.
Nothing happens. That's it. Okay, so my turn. I don't have any meeples left. I don't have to go into the next season. If I have something else I can do something. I have a farm, which costs 2 sticks and 1 resin. So I'm going to pay 2 sticks and 1 resin back. And I'm going to play a farm in my city. And then once I play it, it says gain 1 berry. So then I get 1 berry.
Nice. I don't have any specific plans, but I'm just going to get ahead and try to get some resources. So I'm going to go here, and this is just hoping that those are the right resources for the future. And I'm going to take my resources and add them to my little hoard.
So that's your turn. So now it's my turn again. I don't have anything else that I want to purchase. And I don't have any other meeples, so I'm going to transition into the next season. Once again, you don't have to do this on the same turn. Mm-hmm. I think this time we're going to accidentally do it on the same turn.
Yeah, we've had times where one of us is in autumn and the other is still playing through winter. It just depends on how the cards are dealt.
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll talk about it more in our strategy, but there is some strategy to going first into season change or going last into season change.
Certain cards that work better in earlier seasons than later. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go into spring now. So that is how things move forward in the game as season changes. So the first thing that you're going to do is you are going to bring all of your workers back home. So I'm going to take my 2 off of the board back home. And then, because I am in spring, I get the meeple on the spring side. So this is spring, summer, autumn. So I get my meeple from the spring side, and I also bring it back home. So now in spring, I'm going to have 3 meeples to use. And then the second thing that happens when you transition into spring is you run production. And running production just means reading all of the green cards and doing or getting what they say, if applicable. So I'm going to run production now. I have 1 card in my city. It's a green card. And so I'm going to read it, gain 1 berry. I get another berry. Yay. And that is the season. Change. The season change. It's not the full season.
Yeah. So yeah, going forward, you'll keep playing in that exact manner, and you'll strategize which cards you want, and you'll change seasons when you're ready or when you have no choice. Each season you'll get another worker, and then in autumn you get 2.
Yeah, they have a little bit different rules for each one.
Yeah, so we'll go into that in our strategy, but each season has a thing that happens as you change into it. But this should get you started on just how to set up, how to play, how to have fun with it, and like, I don't know, it took us 2 or 3 times of playing to get the rules, and you know, that's not a bad thing. But if you do want to learn more and you want to look at playing competitively or trying to get your score up, watch our upcoming strategies and how to plays
on Patreon. You can join for as little as $5 a month.
Thanks for watching our unboxing and setup of Everdell. Join us on YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, wherever you choose. And thank you for watching. Subscribe if you would like to. Don't if you don't want to. See you in the next one.
Bye.